Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? Huh. Maybe it's Wednesday. Oh, well. Close enough. Tuesday, Wednesday, 220, 221, whatever it takes. Ooh, I just had a little tappy tap right there. We got a few minutes left in the morning, so I thought I'd turn the camera on and... Oh. Bumpy out here today. East wind. It's not strong by any means. There's ones. Once in a while, it might be a little bigger. This stupid phone case of mine. It's great, but then it's not great when I'm trying to do something here. Yeah, we'll try that. Not really the angle I want, but whatever. So I started off, I've only made one drift. I was going to cover as much water as I could in a little over an hour. Water temp went back up a little bit. It's 45.2. Yeah, there's a couple nice warm days, sunny days. Warmed it up a touch. I started out jigging a blade, and I got 2 walleyes fairly quickly, 2 keepers, and then it shut off. But I started rotating through different things. I fished a shiver minnow, I fished a blade bait, I fished a high-low swim bait rig, I fished a regular swim bait rig, I fished a bucktail, and we're going to go through all of them here in a second. Not all of them. I put a couple of them away already, but I got 3 jigging presentations left, so we'll try that, and we'll just talk our way through it. When I first got out here, I was having a hard time getting the blade to run. It kept wanting to flop over. I'm assuming that's because there's some wonky underwater currents. Both fish have been on the gold on gold I1. And that's the only thing I've had a bite of. Like I say, I've thrown a lot of stuff at them. I've seen a pretty good picture here and there. I did find a couple good schools of bait that had fish on it. I marked them. I don't have a trolling motor on this boat, so I wasn't able to. It doesn't do me any good really to go back and try to fish that bait or whatever, because you'd just be drifting over it. I don't have the ability to spot lock on it. But this is a big, comfortable boat. I've enjoyed fishing in it. Tons of room. It really reminds me of my old boat, except with the addition of an open bow. It's not a big open bow, but it's plenty of room for one person up there. And you could easily have 2 back here, and possibly 3 if they were the right guys and they knew everybody knew how to cast and jig and sequence and all that. Deep. It's twice as deep as my Delta. The gunnels come right up to my waist. I was going to do some trolling with it, but none of my stuff matches up to this, and it's only got the big motor, which means I'd have to put bags out and get my speed down. So I really was going to, but then I'm like, I'll pass. I certainly could rig it to where it would work. I don't want to say that I can and I could. But if you're interested in this boat, let me know. We'll get a price figured out, and you can rig it however you want. The staff at Krenzer's is amazing at rigging boats. Not just selling them, but in Captain Rick Ajecki runs the electronics and service department. Rick is extremely knowledgeable about everything electronics, and if you can bolt it onto your boat, he knows what it is. Like I say, this boat was fully rigged when the customer bought it. When he came back and traded it for the bigger model, he took everything off this one and put it on the new one. But it had a kicker motor on it, had an electric trolling motor on it, had the soft top canopy, the removable soft top canopy. Was really tricked out. Getting to be that time. We'll say this is last cast. Supposed to be some weather coming the rest of this week and into the weekend. Courtney was talking to a friend of ours in Cortland last night, and they said they had flurries in Cortland. And I'm like, my God, how is that even possible? I know it's higher elevation down there, and that must be the case because it was 50 degrees here last night at 9 o'clock at night. Last cast, we're going to put the gold golf ball out there. Golden golf ball, shiver minnow. There's a fish out there that wants to be famous. He wants to be on camera. And every jigging presentation is a little bit different. I tend to snap the shiver minnow. It doesn't have to be super hard, but I like it to jump off the bottom and then glide where it's going to go. The blade bait is more of just a steady lift, reel down, lift, reel down, and then fishing that hair jig this morning. For me, you can do whatever you want with them. I'm just saying, for me, I tend to hop it like this. 6-8 inch hops off the bottom, keeping it very close to bottom. It didn't catch anything this morning, but it should, and it will. Matter of fact, I'll do one more cast. For me, the hair jig is, I don't know what they think it looks like down there. Maybe a leech, a goby, something that's living on the bottom. I let it touch bottom for a second, maybe two. Quite a few boats out here this morning for a Wednesday morning. I've seen 3 or 4 already. That's quite a few for this time of year. Normally, like yesterday, I'm usually out here alone. Certainly during the week. I mean, on the weekends, but and I'll tell you, I don't know that I can't prove or anything that I've had anything to do with this, but I think in these last 3 years, 4 years that I've been out here so long and so late in the season, I think other people are doing it, and I think it's wonderful. Some of the best fishing of the year is this time of year. And for me personally, it sure is easier to make my boat payments November, December, January, February, March, when I'm still using my boat. That I like. That I like. Well, looks like that'll do it for me today. Thanks for joining me. Have a good one. Keep your tip up.